हेलो दोस्तों, स्वागत है आप सभी का हमारे चैनल इग्नो सेंटर पर। तो दोस्तों, आज का जो टॉपिक हम डील करने जा रहे हैं वो आपका द आल्केमिस्ट का समरी रहेगा। आपको इस वीडियो पर समरी के साथ साथ कैरेक्टर का भी नोट्स मिल जाएगा, क्योंकि कैरेक्टर और समरी दोनों इम्पोर्टेंट रहेंगे आपके एग्ज़ाम के लिए। जब आप समरी समझ जाएंगे उसके बाद में आपको नोट्स और कैरेक्टर समझ जाएंगे तो उसके बाद में आपको समरी समझने में बहुत आसानी होगी। तो दोस्तों, बोलते हैं आज की हमारी समरी की तरफ। द आल्केमिस्ट Lovett has left for his hope yacht in London, and he has left Jeremy, his butler, in charge of his house in Blackfriar. Jeremy, whose name is in the play is Fish, lives in the house with Subtle, a supposed alchemist, and Doll Common, a prostitute. The three run a major con operation. The play opened with an argument that continued throughout the play between Subtle and Face. It concerned which of them is the most essential to the business of the con, each claiming his own supremacy. Doll quelled his argument and forced the conmen to shake hands. The bell ring and dapper a legal crop enter, the first ghoul of the day. Face take on the role of Captain Face and Sofstel play the Doctor. Dapper wants a spirit that will allow him to win at gambling. Sofstel promises one and then tells him he is related to the Queen of the Pearls. Dispatched to get a clean shot and wash himself, Dapper leaves immediately replaced by Durgar, a young tuberculosist who wants to know how he should arrange his shop. Substel tells him and Face get him to return later with tobacco and damask. Their argument looks set to resume when Doll returns to warn them that Sir Epicure Mammon is approaching. Sir Epicure Mammon and his clinical sidekick Sir Petronax Sorley are the next to the door. Mammon is terrifically excited because Sofstel has promised to make him the Philosopher's Stone, about which Mammon is already fantasizing. Face charts Face change character into Lungs or Alan Spiegel, the doctor, laboratory assistant, and two conmen impress Mammon and irritate Shirley with a will of scientific language. Face arranges for Captain Face to meet Shirley in half an hour at the temple church, and a sudden entrance from Dole provokes Mammon, instantly bestowed into beginning Face for a meeting with her. Ananias, Ananias, a alphabetist enters and is greeted with fury by Substel. Ananias then returns with his pastor, Tribulation. The Anabaptists want the Philosopher's Stone in order to make money, in order to win more people to their religion. Softel, adopting a slight different persona, play along. Cathedral is the next new girl brought by Drugger, who has come to learn how quarrel and to case the joint to see if it is fit for his rich widow sister, Dame Plaint. First immediately impressed young Cathedral and he exists with Drogher to fetch his sister. Dapper in the meantime is treated to a fair rite in which Substal and Fess accompanied by Dull und Kirtan. Still, most of his professions, when Mammon arrive at the door, they gag him and bundle him into the privy. Mammon and Doll, pretending to be a great lady, have a conversation which ends with them bundled together into the garden or upstairs. Face is pretending that Substal cannot know about Mammon's attraction to Doll. The widow is brought into the play as is a Spanish don who Face met when Shirley didn't turn up. The Spaniard is in fact Shirley is disguised and the two conmen flicker between arguing about who will marry the widow and mocking the Spaniard by speaking loudly in English of how they will cozen or deceive him because Dole is occupied with Mammon. The concern agreed to have Spaniard marry the widow, and the widow is carried out by Shirley. In the meantime, Doll has gone into a fit of talking, begin catch with a picnicked Mammon by a florist's father's substance because they has been lost in the house. A huge explosion happened of which first come into report has destroyed the furnace and all the alchemist's apparatus. Mammon is quickly packed out the door, completely destroyed by the loss his entire investment. Things started to spiral out of control and the girls turn up without warning. At one point, nearly all the girls, including an unmarked Shirley, are in the room, and Fez only just managed to improvise his way out of it. Doll then reports that Lovewit has arrived, and suddenly Fez has to make a final change into Jeremy the Bolter. Lovett is mocked by the neighbor and the girls at the door, and Fish admits to Lovett when forced to do so by dapper voice emerging from the privy that all is not as it seems and has him marry the widow. After dapper quick dispatch, Fish undercut Doll and subtle and as the girl returned with officers and a search warrant, Doll and Substal are forced to escape penniless over the back wall. The girls storm the house, find nothing themselves, and are forced to leave empty-handed. Lovett lives with Castrel and his wife, Demi Plenty. Face is alone on the stage with a financial reward doubling the EPQ. So friends, still here, yeah, summary was